Hello everyone, this is Dave Christian Dupay from the team Web-Based Automatic Payment here to present our project, the MAPA application, which stands for the Mobile Automatic Pamasahe. In this presentation, we will discuss the following: the motivation or the reason behind the conceptualization of the project, both on the potential user's experience as well as the developer's uh, perspective, because we too are regular commuters. Next to the top requirements, which includes the functionality, features, and flows the prototype should include before we can call it a useful and usable application. Next, the in-depth discussion of the prototype design, its flows, its functionalities, how it looks, how the transaction process will take place, how the mobile application will look in its final design and such, as well as how to use it. Next is the evaluation process, wherein each part of the development process will have an evaluation or assessment of its current state in order to assess whether the application will suffice in the real world as a solution to a problem. And next is the conclusion, the overall discussion of the project, of the team's endeavors in the whole process of development. So first, the motivation. What problem did the team want to solve? Well, first of all, the team wanted to solve a problem regarding the usual payment system of the newly launched interim bus system of the city government of Davao. The current payment system now of the interim bus system is the manual fare collection system, wherein the passengers are will pay their fares by cash to the bus conductors. Now, this is not only inefficient but also problematic because of the following contingencies. First is that fares can be inconsistent, which can be attributed to the fact that physical money is not always available, and lastly, it is time consuming. Henceforth, the MAPA application, wherein this will hopefully alleviate some of the problems mentioned, as well as ease the population into adjusting to an automatic payment system the city government will eventually implement in the near future. So next are the top requirements, which were all gathered from the user feedback from the surveys and as well as the developers checklist. First, what did we learn from the users and the feedbacks? First is that the application should introduce a simple fare payment transaction through scanning. Next is that the identity validation for this qualification should exist as a feature. This is because there are such demographics which should qualify for discounts, such as the students or the seniors. If they fail to validate their identity, they will be subjected to the standard rate of fare in the bus system. Next is that the application navigation conforms to the standards of similar apps. This will address several heuristics, particularly the learnability protocols, as well as to give the users an easier time adjusting to the application so that they can easily learn to use it because it functions similarly with similar apps. Coincidentally, it overlaps with the next item, the easy learnability. The team was hoping that even people who are having problems with technology can make use of the application. Next is the visually pleasing design. The team tried to come up with a minimalistic and aesthetic design which not only reduces the cognitive load the users might be subjected to, but also provide them and enhance their overall ridership experience. And lastly, incentives to motivate the users to use our application. We introduced a loyalty reward system wherein they can gather points and use those points to claim rewards such as vouchers or promos, discounts, whatever the bus management system can come up with. So next, what will our overall look of the design look like? First, the proponents designed a mobile application for a modern fare collection system that resembles the functionality of a T-money card. These cards are in circulation in South Korea, wherein they are using their cards to scan upon embarking and scan upon disembarking. This application will work similarly to the said T-money card system. It will provide an alternative to the current system of payment with a mobile application where the whole process of the transaction can take place. Now, how does this application work? How will this affect the current system of the interim bus fare collection system? First, this application will let the users link their electronic wallets to their MAPA account so that the whole payment process can occur digitally. And this is the catch. MAPA will not entirely replace the manual fare collection system, but instead, the bus conductors would simply ask the passengers about their preferred payment option, through cash or mobile, upon embarking. This is because the developers, the team, realized that this solution only caters to the passengers who have a smartphone. Not everybody has a smartphone. Not everybody who has a smartphone also knows how to fully utilize their electronic wallets. So there's also that. And lastly, should system failures occur or such possible contingencies, this two payment option can provide a solution for that. The next part of the presentation will discuss about the MAPA's main flow, its prototype, its overall look, and its functionalities, how every menu interacts with each other, and will be discussed by my partner.
So hello everyone, I'm Anjali Bador and today I'm going to share to you the MAPA's main flow and the added features. And also, later on I will provide to you the prototype of TeamWorks MAPA application. So let's get started. So right now I'm going to show to you the MAPA's main flow. So the main flow of MAPA includes the home screen, the syncing of cards, and also the most important part is the QR process. So later on, I will show the prototype. So the first thing is the splash screen and login sign-up display. Yung makikita natin mamaya, the creating an account, the login process, the MAPA greetings, the home screen, the syncing of the wallet or bank account of MAPA, the notification display that will be displayed whenever the e-wallet syncs successfully, the MAPA user's QR, and there are other features as well, such as the perks section display, the navigation drawer and view profile display, the rate and review, and also the customer service and transaction history. So right now, I'm going to share to you the prototype of our mobile application. So here it is. Here is the MAPA application. This is the first thing that the user will see whenever they use our app. So if we don't have an account muna, so let's say we will sign up first. So the user will provide the given information here, such as the email, password, mobile number, and after that, they will click this button, the next button. So after providing the information kanina, the MAPA application will send a 4-digit OTP to the mobile number of the user. So after the user will enter the OTP, they will click the next button. And additionally, they will provide another information such as their first name, last name, address, and the date of birth. The date of birth is important because this is the basis of the discount. And the final one is the type of valid ID. So users should provide a valid ID. And after that one, they successfully created their account. So this will be displayed, welcome to MAPA, experience modernized fare system. So here is our home screen. Home screen is where the users can see their fare rate information and also their running fare. So here, they can navigate yung makikita nila dito kung magkano na yung fare na babayaran nila. And also, this one looks like static lang muna, but in actual, this one should be moving when the bus also is moving. Whenever upon entry na ng user, dyan na siya mag-work. So the details of this MAPA account, yung pagka-calculate niya sa fare is that for the first 5 kilometers, 13 pesos yung babayaran. And mag-a-addition siya ng 2.20 pesos per kilometer if lalagpas siya sa 5 kilometers. It will be added along the way na. So here, users can also drag this one, press this one, so that they can see the full screen and home screen. So let's go to the card. So before na mag-scan yung user, they should choose an e-wallet or bank account na isi-sync nila sa Mapa application. So they can edit this one as a grid view or yung swipe view. So right now, swipe view muna tayo. So let's swipe this one and let's choose this Visa card. So users should sync this one and a display will show yung we successfully sync your Visa card. So ito yung patunay na na-sync na yung e-wallet or yung bank account ng users sa Mapa. So ito yung gagamitin. Ito yung dededakan ng fare ng user. So let's close that one and proceed to the QR. So this button will let the user go to the QR display. So this is the most important part. So whenever the user will enter the bus, they will scan their QR to the bus fare system, and the mobile devices of the user will be connected as the bus fare system. So yeah, this will display whenever success sila nakapag-scan. You are now connected to the bus fare system of IBS. Have a safe travel. And whenever insufficient yung balance nila or kulang yung balance na nandoon sa card na gisync nila, this error message will appear. Your chosen e-wallet bank account is running out of balance. Try to sync another one. So, that's it. So, yun yung pag-utilize ng QR. So, there are also other features as well in the home screen. Makikita sa home screen yung loyalty points natin, yung perks section. So, dito sa upper, makikita yung ads. These ads will serve as yung nag-run ng application natin. Sila yung nag-help na mag-run yung application. That's why we include the ads. And also, this part is the loyalty points. So, whenever the user achieve the number of points na kailangan ng Mapa to get the reward, they can press the claim button, and here it is. My congratulations, claim your rewards at any bus terminal in Davao City lalabas. And they can exit that one and back tayo. So right now, we will explore the navigation drawer. So in the navigation drawer, my transaction history, rate and review, contact us, about us, and terms and condition. So sa transaction history, makikita dito ng user yung transaction nila, yung address, date and time, at saka yung fare na deduct sa kanilang card. Also, kikita rin natin sa rate and review, users can also rate the application and also send a review by clicking the submit button. Tapping the submit button, ito yung kikita ng user. Purely, thank you for the feedback. So that's the pop-up na maglalabas. And also, save back. And the contact us is one of the suggestions the users or the respondents for the usability of the application itself. So that's why we the team include this one, the customer support. So users can now send us a message, and yeah, this will be the one that will pop up whenever they tap the submit button. Thank you for contacting us. We will get back to you soon. Users can also view their profile here, and also ito yung makikita nila whenever bumaba na yung user. This will pop out as a form of a receipt. This display. We successfully deducted 15 pesos in your account. Your current balance is 1,000. Thank you for trusting Mapa. Ito yung receipt nila. And Mapa will also send a text message to the mobile phone or mobile number of the passenger users as well as proof of transaction. So that's it for our MapPass mobile application, and thank you.
On every part of the development process, the team decided to employ several evaluation techniques in order to assess the ongoing state or process of the application and if it will suffice as a solution to an existing problem. So first, in the designing alternatives to an existing solution part, the first thing the team decided to do is conduct an online survey to get the users' feedback about the issues regarding the manual fare collection system. As a result, the participants agree that the manual fare collection system is indeed inconvenient, but not to the extent that they would call it a completely negative experience. However, they did voice their interest when we presented them a concept regard of our application and the possible positive experiences it can provide them. Next, when the team was developing their low and high fidelity prototypes, the team conducted a brief user evaluation to assess whether the current state of the proposed interface would suffice in the real world. Nielsen and Molex heuristics was used as the basis and guidelines for the survey. The results show that the primary concern is the lack of error prevention and support feature, both of which are uh, tremendously instrumental in the successful implementation of this application because we are primarily dealing with the user's money, of course. So such features would uh, provide the users with error prevention. Next is when the team tried to develop a fully functional interface, but because of the time constraints, we were only able to come up with a sample interface which tried to imitate the functionality the team envisioned the application should have in its full glory. So in this part, the team used an interface and system evaluation checklist procured from the internet, and the developers checked if the proposed sample interface hit all the items. Uh, there were several implementation issues regarding the sample prototype. There are several items that it lacked, but should we decide to develop a fully functional application system, those lacking features would be implemented. The next part of this is the participant satisfaction survey and the heuristic evaluation. Both of these are online surveys. In contrast with the checklist, these will make use of the user participants' feedbacks. According to the satisfaction survey, the proposed interface was a success. They were satisfied with what they were given. And during the heuristic evaluation, there are some identified problems, mainly because it's not a fully functional prototype. It's just a sample survey. But these problems will be addressed should we decide to fully develop a fully functional prototype. So, in conclusion, it was a success according to the user participants, but if we had more time, what would we have done? Firstly, the evaluation process would have yielded better data if the team was able to conduct several evaluation techniques that required face-to-face interaction with the participants, but because of the ongoing pandemic, the team was deprived of that option. Thus, we had to make do with what we have. Next, visual designs were not fully improved upon due to time constraints which failed to make some necessary buttons stand out. These necessary buttons include the customer support button and the help button, both of which are part of the error prevention protocols. Uh, they failed. The failure of this part will be addressed if we were given more time. And lastly, several feedbacks mentioned the application's lack of distinct visual aesthetic in the main menu. This is because the team decided to conform to the standard interface design found in similar applications to address several heuristics such as the learnability protocols and to save time in the development process. Thus concludes the project's presentation. Thank you.